Croeso to GreenWales, the channel celebrating the people, businesses and projects building a greener, fairer Wales. Every week we speak to organisations creating real solutions aligned with the Future Generations Act and the UN Sustainable Development Goals, helping Wales lead the way in sustainability and innovation. Let's meet today's guest. Will you please tell us a little bit about who you are, what organisation you're representing, and a little bit about what you actually do as an organisation as well, please?
Oh, well, I'm Mary Pritchard.
Lovely.
I actually come from Anglesey. It's a lovely view here of the mountains, and my home is just like 5 minutes across the fields over there.
Very lucky to live here.
I'm very lucky to have been brought up in such a beautiful area. I coordinate the National Music Service for Wales, so a fund and a plan that we deliver from the WLGA on behalf of Llywodraeth Cymru.
Wow, that's amazing. And I'm guessing the project is completely Wales-wide, south to north, middle. Is there any concentration pockets at all? Is it within education or schools?
Yeah, so, it sits within education. It sits on supporting schools with curriculum delivery. But the plan that we deliver is across the board. And of course, the Future Generations Act looks at culture as a very important element of its plans for the future, and being innovative around protecting culture as well and developing culture. So we sit right in the middle of that. So we are making sure that children and young people have access to music education, not just in the classroom, but as instrumental teaching, vocal teaching, playing in a band, playing in an orchestra, etc., etc. And all the health and well-being that comes with that, all the careers that come with that as well. So that's what we're about, strengthening and developing that element.
That's fantastic. So how does your work contribute to a more sustainable or positive future for Wales?
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that music always brings positivity. Music and language are on different sides of the brain. And so, both together, singing, it's a very powerful thing. And so you always feel uplifted. I remember going to choir practice, when I was younger. Oh, tired going home. You come home from choir practice, you're buzzing. And that's the effect that music has. So I feel like music is such an important element for young people, for their health and well-being. And not just for young people. We're talking about the future generations, aren't we here? But, my husband, for example, picked up the tuba in his 40s and loves it. So we've heard on Radio Wales, the very famous cricket commentator was talking about the fact that he found his old brass instrument in the attic. And he's gone back, after retiring, he's gone back to playing. So somewhere along our lives, whether we have it in our career, or not, music has a very positive impact on us all. But obviously we're working with children and young people, but they are the future generations.
Yes.
And so that's it really. On being sustainable, what we're trying to make sure of is that there is increased access for everybody on their doorstep. That may take them to the national level or worldwide stages, but we want to make sure that they have access close by, and on top of that we have a digital platform, which means that they can have access to those lessons and some studio programming at home through our platform Chiranga Cymru. So on very, very different levels, it's very difficult to think of music as sustainable, but it can be.
I think when you think Wellbeing Future Generations Act as well, and I've had an experience that happened to me today. I was walking just down the normal promenade and there was a choir rehearsing. I think it was in the Cardiff University tent. Completely stopped me in my tracks.
There you go.
And I went in there and I was like, can I record this, please?
Because
it's so, spine tingling. I went, come in. And I got a stand in the middle of the choir. Now I've worked in theatre for 15 years and heard lots of choirs.
Well, you know all about it.
But the impact it still has on me is still like it's the first time. And they all sang and rehearsed at me.
I know.
And it was jaw-dropping, you know, and that effect that it had on me, I properly had a big skip in my step straight after, and I've recorded it all. So that will go on the Earth, I said, for 26 channel today. Hopefully that'll have an impact on someone else.
And something really important to add to what you're saying, and that's really wonderful to hear. And how many more people are going to be feeling like that this week, isn't it? And what's really important to remember is not to take it for granted. The Earth has been here for a long time. The Eisteddfod is part of our DNA as a country. but we should always protect it and make sure it is here for the future generations.
And this year they've added a day.
Yes.
There's 15,000 more competitors this year.
And that day that they added was yesterday, wasn't it, on the mice? All the special schools taking part, and all the Dust Square, all the people learning Welsh. What a powerful day. We were all in tears watching.
I loved it. I stopped by the Gwyrdd stage and I was just watching this TV screen. I was just captured just to see the opportunity people are given and the accessibility of the Welsh language being. It's for all, And I think the Earth Eisteddfod and the General Eisteddfod has completely changed its way of being and it's gone, right, we're going to take you all with us now.
Yes.
And the last 3 years, I've been to both the Earth and the Eisteddfod, and I never did before then.
Yeah.
And now it becomes part of my Welsh identity as well.
Brilliant. That's so good to hear.
And the thing I was going to say, you said something about the Future Generations Act, and you're spot on about, you say it and you go, it's for the children of now. It is, but actually it's for us as well.
Yeah.
And how we change what we do now affects us today.
Yeah.
It might take 20 years to embed in fully because you want that generation to come through and that be their normal.
Yeah.
But for us, it changes as well.
And I do believe it. I conduct a children's choir, but I also conduct an over 60s choir. And when I say over 60s, we have members who are over 80 too. You're never too late to be ambitious.
Yeah.
And just because you're older, it does not mean that you can't do it. I'm a great believer. And also, another slant of that is when you live in a rural area as well, you tend to think, oh, I can't do what's on, in Cardiff, for example, all the arenas, all the opportunities. They are not as much in a rural area, but that's getting better.
Yes.
And what we want to make sure of is whether you live, on a farm, in the back of beyond somewhere, or in the middle of a city, there are different barriers to access. But we want to make sure that we understand those barriers wherever children and young people are in Wales.
And I think the really exciting thing now is, and you sort of said it there, you don't really have to live in a city anymore to get access to a big stage. We're on YouTube right now. The industry's moving away from normal television, so you don't have to locate yourself. Actually, having a background like this, having a location, having a unique story is actually what gets you there now. And I think the doors are more open. Obviously, we could do with more academies, etc., across Wales to help get that grassroots knowledge into a better place, and in the schools as well.
Yes.
But I've interviewed Arts Council Wales and the work that they're doing with young schools and secondary schools. It's great. It's all coming together, which is great. That leads me on to the next question, which you were just about to start on. What challenges are you seeing right now, either environmentally, socially, or operationally?
Oh gosh,
it's a big question.
So much to say. I'm going to start with that horrible one called money. We're all living in a very expensive world.
Yes.
And so what the national plan has managed to do is reduce the stress on schools, for the price of music educators coming into the school. We would love for it all to be free. It used to be free like many moons ago, but that's me sounding very old. And the world has changed, education has changed, the pressures on school have changed. So we're trying our best with a very generous pot from Welsh Government. We're trying our best to make that money go as far as it can. But obviously, if we had double, we could do double. The more and more. But here's my point, is that where the money stops, our partnerships start, they kick off. So we've been working with all the partners that intervene in some way or have some part to play in a musical pathway for a child or young person. So Welsh National Opera, BBC National Orchestra of Wales, the National Youth Arts Wales, the Conservatoire, the universities. We've been talking to them all and many local partners as well to make sure that they're able to step in where the funding isn't. And so we've got a very diverse, rich offer where we stand now. And for the future, I'm hoping that, we can increase that. So those barriers sometimes can be financial, but they can be overcome with talking.
And I think, because you've embedded the Wellbeing of Future Generations Act of Wales into the business, that gives you longevity.
Yes.
Because you're thinking long term and you're thinking of collaboration, which is equally as important these days.
Yes.
You can partner and you can work together, but collaborating you just get so much more resource and outcome from it.
Yes, and we all understand each other, which I think has fuel in itself. If you understand where you fit in, how you fit in, how to get communication across. So I think it's really important to keep talking.
And it gives us a framework, doesn't it, the Wellbeing for Generations Act, to create that trust, to
Yes.
create that common cause.
Yes.
So it's not like your policies and your strategy, etc., is different from
Yes.
someone else's. It might be as an operation as a business,
Yes.
but the core of what you're doing is all the same. And that means that it can cut across, and hopefully then the results for Wales can be just so much better.
Yeah, and the Future Generations Act obviously encourages to understand that culture can talk to other parts of the Welsh world. You know, it does impact on social health and preventative health, etc. So there are other topics within a local government or a national government that music can touch into.
And will, because I know Derek Walker right now, he's focusing, the Commissioner of the Wellbeing for Generations Act, if you're at home. He's currently, just in case, I don't even want to assume. Hello, Derek. I hope you're enjoying this episode. He's focusing on the Public Health Wales and with councils, etc. So hopefully by him doing that, this will just open those doors far more.
And Helen Vychan, obviously the new Culture Minister, made a very strong statement from the outset saying that she wants to work across sector.
Yes.
And tomorrow in our reception in the Ystafell Athrawen, where the Gwasanaeth Cerdd is based, we'll be making our own statement to welcome Helen Vychan's statement, because it is about understanding where the connections are. And I suppose that in itself as a Greener Wales is making the money go further, seeing the opportunities, where can we link up?
Yes.
Because we now understand who we are and who we're not.
Yes.
Then we can very easily step into that conversation.
Definitely, that's really exciting. I'm going to be there tomorrow. You have to tell me what time.
Brilliant. I have to check myself.
It's fine. Don't panic at all. And this leads me on to the next question, which is, what gives you hope when you look at the future of Wales?
I am hopeful for the future of Wales. I think the music industry in Wales is very exciting. It stretches way beyond Wales. I was a few nights ago in a Super Furry Animals gig.
I remember I was told that, yeah. I'm so jealous. Carry on.
And there was a guy there on the tube wearing a big Super Furries t-shirt from Colorado. He'd come all the way from Colorado to watch SFA. And I think in the last 5, 6, 7 years, we've seen young bands from Wales really make themselves heard, shall we say.
Yeah.
So in the music world, and because of the impact of the plan, we're starting to see those green shoots really, really thrive now. I'm really excited. I call them bubbles. There's bubbles everywhere. There are too many bubbles to grab onto, but I am hopeful. There's a really optimistic view, I think, for the language as well. Obviously, we're here in the Eisteddfod, but all around me with the targets for that Welsh Government have set as well. I think the Welsh language is thriving, I'm glad to say. So things like that, as a Welsh speaking person, make me very excited.
And that's a fantastic answer, because do you know what? I hear it everywhere. All my interviews, there's green shoots happening everywhere.
Yeah.
Collaboration is happening everywhere. If we look at I say this in pretty much every interview, our entire economy is pretty much SME. We're 98%. 80% is micro, and 70% is a zero employee-based business.
Yeah.
So collaboration, and actually the Wellbeing for Generations Act generally is embedded in us as people. And now we've got a framework to act together. We're proud Welsh people who want to do well for the country. We're small, but we have so many world firsts. We're so original in what we do.
And on that note, we have the first youth orchestra in the world.
I toured that orchestra.
Did you?
The National Youth Orchestra of Wales.
Yes.
Yes, I used to take it on tour.
There you go. So they were the first ever youth orchestra in the world.
I should have brought my t-shirt.
But that's the thing. I think that pride will never leave, will it? So it doesn't matter. We're living in a very difficult world, very scary world, actually.
Yes.
But I think there's something about us when the chips are down and the fight is on. There's something about us Welsh people that we kind of just
do it then. Yeah. I don't think it's fighting on. I think we actually deliver.
We do indeed.
I think we deliver for the people of Wales, and I go, right, okay, it's when you can't look for everybody else for the answer, we look at ourselves. And I think Wales has done that for a very long time as this community, and we're hitting that point again. But now we have modern technology. We have the Wellbeing Food Generations Act. It's the first of its kind in the world, and we have a new government that it's really exciting to have applied in the Senate. We've never had this before, a Welsh party for Welsh people. So it's going to be a very exciting and intriguing next 2 years where I hope you all get to benefit from it. So we're nearly there. So what would you love to see happen in Wales over the next 10 to 20 years? And you are welcome to go personal, but you're also welcome to use what you do as well, or a project as well.
I'm going to go back to young people. I work a lot with young people.
Yeah.
I want young people to feel safe. That's my number one.
Yeah.
I want young people to feel confident in themselves, to feel proud of where they come from, and to never forget that they can do it. You can do it. Doesn't matter where you live or what the barriers are. There are people, some of us are not as lucky to have a supportive network. But there are people there, and I want everybody to have that encouragement. I had fantastic encouragement when I was younger. I did live on a farm, as I said, not far away from the mice here. I didn't think I could go to university, but there were teachers. Not that my parents were not supportive; they'd never been to university, but I had teachers that showed me the way and believed in me. So I just want every child and young person in Wales to have that belief and have that support. To know that you can do it, whatever you want to do, you can do it in a safe world.
And I think that's a really poignant point, because you do have social media and this thing called doom scrolling where people get access to things where, I think we should be protecting the young people from these sorts of things. And thank God it's coming in very slowly, and way too slow. It should have been 10 years ago when it all came out. But we do need to protect the future.
Yes.
We do need to inspire them, and you're right, enable them, give them the belief that they're far more capable. I think a lot of us realise far too late that we can do anything we want to do.
Yes.
And we're capable of anything we want to be.
Absolutely.
It's just maybe the person next to you or whatever, they just don't say it to you. But there are hundreds of thousands of people. I'm going to say millions. If it's 3 million people in Wales, I would say more than half of Wales is much more positive and forward thinking. And I just think we're a country of unique individuals who can achieve anything we want. And for this entire interview, all we've heard is people singing choir, and it's just like,
it's brilliant.
I get emotional. I'm just like, it's like a bang in the beat for Wales, because it's a big celebration. It's literally what we're talking about right now is those people right there doing it for us. Which leads me on to my favourite question at the end which is, who would you recommend we go and see next, and why?
Well, you mentioned earlier about giving everybody the opportunity, and we've been working very closely with the Conservatoire in Wales since day one. Helen Gaunt is the chair of our board, and they lost their junior conservatoire, didn't they? So we've been working with them on a new talent pathway, but a talent pathway that reaches from Holyhead to Cardiff, and they are just launching the Open Pathway programme. So I'd like you to go and talk to Kevin Price about it.
Okay, Kevin, I'm coming. Thank you so much. I've got a little gift for you.
Ooh,
everybody, yes, I do. Right. So, first of all, everybody at home, please subscribe to the channel. Please like, please send your comments. The only way GreenWales is successful is if the people we go and see, the projects we go and see are successful as well. They get the exposure, the sign-ups, the uptake. That is what GreenWales is all about. We're a connector. We're a connector of grassroots organisations. We're a connector of organisations that run throughout Wales like yourself, but also leaders as well, and we've got everybody in there. So if you like and subscribe, it means that these bits of content will go out further and further and further. And then again, we're putting Wales on the world stage, which is what this is all about. So you're now going to be part of something called a collective. We do not do membership.
Very honoured.
Well, hold on, you might not like what I've got for you. So as part of the collective, because we don't do membership, we give this to people who, here you go, as a badge for you.
That's amazing.
No,
it's very pretty.
High-end quality, okay?
Much.
No, it's fine.
It's very pretty.
It shows that you're a doer.
Okay.
You're delivering
thank you.
for Wales.
Thank
We
you
only
very
give these
much.
people who actually deliver for Wales and do good for Wales as well.
Aw.
And if I get your email, you can be part of something called the Collaboration Station. We
Lovely.
email everybody quarterly, we connect everybody together, and we find what connections, synergies, collaborative opportunities
We're
there are.
all about that. We wouldn't have got to where we are without that. So
Exactly.
give me more, by all means.
Thank you. Last thing we've got to do is just wave to camera and say goodbye.
Ta-ta,
Bye.
bye. Ta-ra, ta-ra.